This month, we are working our 4-exercise strength circuit. This time we're going to be working 5 to 8 reps here. So remember, that means that if you can do 6, 7, or 8 reps, don't stop at 5. What we want to find is that heavy 5-rep weight, but we might need to use the 8 reps to find out. So it's a great gauge. If you start off this first exercise here, so we're going to start with our chin-ups. Let's say you're starting your chin-ups and you're using a 4 and a 3 and a 2 band. And then you can do 8 reps because hey, I'm not going to stop at 5. I'm going to do a 6. Oh, I can do a 7th. I can do an 8th. Hey, that's great. That means let's take one of those bands off. Let's make it a little more challenging, right? If we're doing a squat and I can do 50 pounds, then I can do 50 pounds for 8 reps. Hey, maybe I'm going to try 60 or 70 for 8 reps here. So let's get back to the chin-ups here as we're talking about them. We have our pronated grip or our chin-up grip here. So again, depends on which one you prefer. Again, you can mix it up a little bit. You can also mess around with your proper hand placement. The coaches will be there to try to help you with that as well. But focus on pulling that bar down to you, which is obviously going to pull you up toward that bar. Use as many bands as you need to. This is one where, again, I would prefer you give yourself a little bit more assistance than maybe you need so that you get that full range of motion. A lot of you like to make this challenging by really trying to go heavy, which I like that. I know that that is an awesome quality at times. For the chin-ups, you're going to get more out of them if you get intentional and make them slightly easier to get that full range of motion, and then constantly challenge yourself to make it heavier, but with that full range of motion there, okay? So I know that can be challenging at times. We'll work it out through the month, no pun intended. Our second exercise here is our cyclist squats. So we got our slant board set up here. Coach Matt here is holding that. He's demonstrating the double kettlebell front squat, which is pretty challenging here. You're welcome to give it a try. You can use the weight vest. You can use a single kettlebell for a goblet position squat, dumbbells at your sides. Anything that you want to work here, you're welcome to. Just challenge yourself. So you want to find a weight that is challenging for 5 reps. So again, don't stop if you can do 6, 7, or 8. Don't be afraid to take that weight up. Again, day to day, we're going to feel different. So we're not always sure what the right weight is, but we have that range, and you can test it out a little bit as you're working there. So we got 5 to 8 cyclist squats. Then we're going down to, we're going to be working our push-ups this month. We're going to really focus these push-ups this month. We're going to focus on making them challenging. So obviously you can use the squat racks as well. Here's Coach Matt demonstrating on the blue floor. Notice how those hips are going down with him. Slightly above the floor with those hips at the bottom. Abs are walled up. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Get real intentional with this. Again, like the chin-ups. Full range of motion is going to be better than something that's heavy, but that you're compromising your form. So don't be afraid to make it a little bit easier at first and build up to what you can really do to challenge yourself. Make sure that full range of motion is there. Those muscles are going to get more out of it as well. So 5 to 8 reps there. And then our last exercise here is our sled push and drag. Now this month, this is where we want to focus on a heavier weight. So we're going to it's going to feel a little slower because we're going to be intentional with those reps. So a little bit more focus on the weight as opposed to speed here. But find a weight that's challenging. Now you should never, I don't want you to ever have to stop as you're pushing the sled. It should be heavy enough that you can push it all the way down without needing to stop. But you know, there's some leeway there. You can mix it up a little bit, see what works best for you. And then we're going to drag it back down. Again, real intentional with that drag. Staying low, toe to heel. Big proud chest as you drag that sled back here, just pushing it down, pulling it back one time, and then you're back up to those chin-ups here. So we're, again, like I said, when we're working that 5 to 8 rep range, day to day it's going to feel a little bit different, but don't be afraid to also start with like a warm-up set and then take the weight up on the second and third set, because we're going to be working 2 to 4 sets here. In the first week, usually we get maybe 2 to 3. Second, third, and fourth weeks, you should be able to get 3 sets in, possibly a 4th, depending on how you're feeling there. Again, if there's a set that you're going a little bit lighter as a warm-up, maybe you have that energy at the end to get a 4th set in. But again, day to day, week to week, we'll see how you're feeling. We can make those adjustments day to day as well. Just try to track how you're feeling, the weights you're using, and we're going to get a lot out of those as well.